It's the next generation communication technology which we focus on, and we want to deliver to the UK business.
This is Velocitize Talks. I'm Andy North, and I'm joined today by Joe Leverson, Senior Digital Marketing Manager with Gamma Telecom. Joe, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Gamma Telecom and the unique value proposition you bring to the market.
So Gamma, we are a business-focused communications provider, and we provide the UK businesses everything they need to stay connected with their customers and with themselves internally as well. And we do that through, we both sell direct, but also through a large network of our channel partners. And what we aim to do is to give customers that single point, that reassurance that their critical communication service are looked after. It's the next generation communication technology which we focus on, and we want to deliver to the UK business.
That's exciting. How has digital communications evolved, and what are some of the areas you're placing your bets on going forward?
So by far, it's evolving. Instead of being broken down into different silos with multiple points of failure, it's evolving into one solution. So customers at businesses, much like consumers, they want one place to do all of their talking, all of their communications, one point where they can access their company directory, speak to X, Y, and Z, have a video conference, have a conference call, chat, know where their employees are, whether they're available or not, and also invite external parties, their customers, into that same environment to have those communications. And that's where the industry is evolving. That's where customers are coming to. It's unified communications, and that's where we're placing our bets on.
Let's dig down in that a little bit. Explain the unified communications concept and how that all works together.
Having your core communication needs in one platform and delivering the same experience for the end user of that platform, whether they are sat in their office, whether they're out about commuting on the train, whether they're at a customer meeting, they can have the same experience talking to their colleagues, talking to their customers, answering a phone, having a video conference, and it's all in one platform. It can be accessed from multiple different sites and devices, but it's one core platform that Gamma manage and the employees engage with. And that's it. It's the unified experience, everything in one place, delivering quality connection, clarity of voice, and clear video. And that's what we want.
Where do you see, as an industry veteran, digital and social marketing going forward?
I don't necessarily see them as the two same things. I don't necessarily see them going forward at the same pace. I think we've already seen the explosion in social media, for example. And from a business point of view, a B2B point of view, social media, I don't think is no longer a social platform. They're advertising tools and they're branding tools. When was the last time you're religiously following company updates, for example? You may be following the employees of those companies, the thought leaders in the space, but that's not necessarily the social platform that they used to be. I see digital going on the owned channels, a lot like where we are today. We're talking to Velocitize magazine. It's your owned publication. You're investing in the content, you're investing in the platform. And that's where I see the two separating perhaps. Still going to be shared on social media, still going to be promoted on social media, but they're now, I feel, advertising platforms to promote your own content in your own environment where you can steer what you want to say and where your customers, people who are interested in you, can come and view what's authentic, really, instead of being bombarded by those ads on the social platforms.
Can you still bring exceptional storytelling into marketing, or has that gone by the wayside?
Absolutely, and I think you need to invest in the storytelling, how you deliver that, but you need to do it, from my point of view, in the right circumstances. I mean, trying to craft brand storytelling, etc., into every possible channel, every possible touch point, not going to work. A PPC search, for example, that person doesn't necessarily want to know the story that you're trying to paint. They're trying to itch a scratch. They're trying to get their problem solved. Once they're on the landing page, sure, embellish that story a bit more, convey your authenticity, etc., who you are as a company, what problems you're trying to solve, but it still needs to be confined and tight. You still want to deliver that question the person's trying to answer. But say they've given their details and you look to nurture them, that's where you want to convince the person. And so that's where a lot of impactful storytelling, I think, can come in and to really drive conversations from first engagement through to actual talking on the phone.
What have been some of the biggest changes in brand marketing that you've seen over the recent years, and where do you see it going forward?
Brand marketing, I think, has been pretty reactive, in fairness, and is driven obviously by the customer experience. And so customers are taking more from what their consumer lifestyles are. It's instant. You go onto your banking app, you don't even need to go into the store anymore. You're on your live chat asking questions, where you've got instant information, talking to live people or really clever bots, but you've got that instant sort of information at your fingertips, whether that's WhatsApp, through banking, through even going to Tesco's and complaining on Twitter or something like that. And so that's your consumer lifestyle, yeah? And you expect the same when you go into the business lifestyle. And so brands are now trying to talk more authentically. It's out with the old, it's in with the customer centricity. That's been a big boom word, especially in the UK for the last little while. And that's where brands are catching up, and now authenticity is at the heart of it.
With the prevalence and rise of AI, machine learning, and VR, AR, and so forth, are there any technologies that you're personally excited about coming to the fore?
I am skeptical, but often quick to jump on buzzwords. Machine learning, we have gone with fairly successfully, and also AI and other buzzwords we sort of investigate in and invest in as well. It's all to do with being able to understand a little bit more about our customers and give them that sort of level of personalization, which triggers the metrics which I'm concerned with, which are click-through rates, conversion rates, impressions, things like that, on-page screen time, things like that I'm interested in as a digital marketeer. And so investing in machine learning to figure out what are the common pain points and solutions that we can talk to on our customers, what kind of sentence structures work best with A/B testing, what kind of personalization features from display advertising gets more eyeballs, gets more people interested in the message we're trying to say, and gets them engaging with us. And so yeah, all of these things excite me, particularly on the machine learning and the analytics side, because that gives the creative people in my team a steer on what they do. I mean, AI, machine learning, the machines, it's all great, but it's information which needs to be interpreted by a human mind, which needs to be given to creative teams to do their best human work.
You mentioned click-through rates and so forth. It's been speculated that perhaps the websites are they've served their purpose and they're moving on. Are the website dead? Is the website dead, or do you see it having a continued relevance going forward as a marketer?
Yeah, the website's at the heart of everything we do. The website is not dead. It's our single biggest source of lead generation for our business. We spend near enough all of our effort driving people to our website. And what is probably dead is the old way of lead generation and inbound lead generation, getting people to fill out a form, making people wait a day, 2 days before they get in contact. So we spend a lot of our time gearing content on the website to serve people's interests, driving that organic traffic. When they're on the website, then we're communicating the product benefits, what we're trying to sell, what we're trying to be to that customer. And when they want to interact with us, we've invested in live chat technology to make sure that they can get in touch with the right sort of person, whether that's support, whether that's sales, and ask a question straight away. So the method of having a website, that being the heart of the company, its marketing efforts, that's still absolutely relevant and is becoming more important, especially as it's the sign of interacting with an authentic company.
Can you share some of the more innovative content efforts that are going on, particularly around digital marketing, digital advertising?
What we're seeing a lot of, as I've touched on, is the personalization angle, which is really interesting, getting people engaging with that content, first of all. I'm not seeing a decline in research and what that's bringing to the table, but being able to segment the research and giving tailored sort of segments of customers and target prospects the ability to have really tailored information which they're interested in is great. And what we're also seeing change in the industry is well, not change, but the death of the PDF, the rise of the interactive multimedia. And so there's some really cool platforms out there which gives that interactive element, embedded videos, animated infographics in that reader-centric format, that's brilliant. That's becoming more prevalent.
You mentioned personalization. It seems to have been the holy grail for a lot of marketers lately. Have we cracked the code on that completely yet, or is it still a work in progress?
Absolutely work in progress, but everything is. We are getting close, I think. A lot of companies, ours included, we're just on the journey. And so we're seeing the trailblazers go on, and the rise of AI is enabling this at like a frenetic pace. But I think a lot of people, sometimes myself included, we've got tried and tested frameworks and methodologies of delivering what we get measured on. And so we want to experiment, but it's a fraction of the budget which gets dedicated to that, and a fraction of resource of people in the team that can do it. So the rest of the leading pack of the businesses are probably catching up to those trailblazers. And we are now seeing the research, we're seeing tried and tested, yes, 12-month campaigns, personalization, boom, it works. So that gives us confidence to go to our higher ups with business cases, budget plans, ROI expectations to really sort of grab a hold of that. And that's what we'll be seeing. I think next year, next 2 years, we'll be seeing personalization sweep away and go through the industry, and we will know then the impact of it, really. So I think we have cracked it, but we're yet to fully test it as an industry.
That's exciting. What's next for Gamma? What are some of the areas that you're excited about going forward from either a technology perspective or a marketing perspective?
Technologically, I am interested in a lot of things, but what I'm most interested in is having a solid technology stack, which I can bring bits and pieces in and out of. I talked about frameworks earlier. So we have methodologies and the frameworks to be able to test technology quite quickly, knowing that it fits in with our goal. And so things like ABM at scale, which is well optimized and personalized through various different platforms, bringing that into, from a display point of view, bringing that into a website environment, which we can also personalize and feed up a similar sort of journey to then bring it into a conversion point through live chat, and really sort of initiating conversations, and therefore the commencing the sales process a whole lot quicker than what we used to do. It's changed in the last year. Our marketing philosophy has changed with the advent of new technologies becoming more prevalent and easier to consume, really. That's what's changing, that's what's accelerating things, and that's what I'm excited about.
My guest today has been Joe Leverson, Senior Digital Marketing Manager with Gamma Telecom. Joe, thank you for being here.